Hi, I'm Dr. Yashin-Shaw, entrepreneur based in Brisbane. The very first thing I want to do is to say a huge thank you to Leanne Kemp, Queensland's Chief Entrepreneur, and all the team at OQCE for inviting me to be Chief Champion this week. Now, I wear a number of hats, as entrepreneurs often do, so I thought I'd share some of that story with you briefly. But given the nature of this context and the platform, I'll focus on a startup that I've recently launched during COVID, which is currently in beta till Saturday, the 1st of August, which is not far off now. So a little bit of background. My business, and indeed my entire working life, revolves around education in many different incarnations. So I started as a high school teacher, and I went on to teaching at university, mainly at Griffith, where I currently sit on the advisory board for the School of Business Strategy and Innovation. And then in my business, which is an educational consultancy, delivering workshops and masterclasses and seminars and mentoring and extended developmental programs in the areas mainly of innovation and creativity and leadership, and more recently in intrapreneurship. So you can find out more at my website. Now, in 2018, my most recent book was published called Intrapreneur: How Leaders Ignite Innovation, Break Bureaucracy and Catalyze Change. And it just seemed to have really struck a chord with people. Intrapreneurs from all around Australia and the world started reaching out to me to say that they saw themselves within those pages and within the stories that I had shared. They'd write to me and say, "I'm an intrapreneur and I never knew it. I've never even heard that term before." So intrapreneurs are those dreamers who do, those positive change makers with an enterprising spirit who see innovation opportunities all around them and take action while still working inside an organisation, be it a business, a large corporation, a not-for-profit, a school, a university, or a government department, wherever they happen to be. So instead of leaving to start a business, they choose to stay and bring their enterprising talents to work every day. So the reason that intrapreneurialism, I believe, is an idea whose time has come is because we live in an innovation-hungry world, combined with a growing awareness that it is people who drive innovation and change. In other words, intrapreneurs. So in 2019, I launched two other related ventures which would help build momentum around this new wave, sweeping the world of work and literally shaping the future of work. So the first one was Intrapreneur magazine, which is a quarterly digital publication that quickly went global. It brings together stories and different perspectives from key influencers and thought leaders and inspiring intrapreneurs who are practicing intrapreneurship to change their corner of the world using their creativity, their drive, and their entrepreneurial spirit. So you can go to intrapreneurmagazine.com to have a read. So the second was the Australian Entrepreneurs Summit at the Brisbane Convention Centre, and that's a national conference dedicated to educating, supporting, celebrating and inspiring entrepreneurs from every sector. The inaugural event was in March of last year and was a sellout success, and the 2020 summit in March of this year became the first major national conference to pivot into a virtual format due to the restrictions imposed by the coronavirus pandemic. So just go to AustralianEntrepreneursSummit.com and .au and you can have a look, and you can also buy virtual tickets. So, circling back to the start, where I mentioned at the beginning that we've launched this year the Global Entrepreneurs Institute. It's an online educational institution committed to supporting and advancing the work of intrapreneurs in all corners of the world through learning and development within the context of a supportive community. And so we're a startup. We've been in beta for 3 months, and that finishes in a couple of days this Saturday. So if you would like to be recognised as a foundation member, you can still join. Just go to globalentrepreneurs.institute.com or gii.institute, and we already have a wonderfully eclectic community of super savvy entrepreneurs from all over the world. Now, as we prepare for a post-COVID world, it is the organisations and businesses that are embracing innovation and simultaneously liberating the talents of their entrepreneurs who will thrive in this super VUCA world that we're entering. Because it's the intrapreneurs who will find new markets and drive digital transformation, evolve business models, cut through bureaucracy, solve customers' problems, and generally create massive value. So while it might have been tempting to say, COVID, not such a good time to launch a startup, we actually brought our launch date forward because we recognised that a disrupted world needs intrapreneurs now more than ever. So connect with me on LinkedIn, have a look at my articles on there, especially the last one, which features Leanne Kemp. She wrote a brilliant piece of thought leadership that really resonated with me. You can check out all the websites that I mentioned. Come join the Institute as a founding member and look out for my posts throughout the day. So let me just say thank you again to Leanne and all the team at OQCE. Great to be on board.